What's going on, guys? I'm super bored right now, so I'm gonna make a video showing off all the controllers I have. Cause I was looking around and I saw I just had a lot of controllers. Um, First thing I have is this PlayStation 5 controller. Now, I don't own a PlayStation 5, but I have a controller. And, you know, it's pretty good. It's a good controller. I don't really like the buttons here. They're a little too close. But it feels really natural to grip. You know, controllers don't really have a problem with grip anymore. But this one still feels really nice. Now, the biggest issue I have with the, what is this called? I don't know, DualShock or something. I don't know PlayStation that much. I was more of an Xbox person. The main problem I have is these triggers. They feel super bad. They just feel awful. These are fine. The bumpers, are fine, but these triggers are not. They're just not very nice to press. The D-pad is fine, serviceable. Isn't clicky. None of these buttons are. But you know, it's fine. It feels nice to press. Whenever I use the PlayStation 4 controller at my friend's house, the buttons felt really mushy and they were really bad. But these feel like nice to press. And this color, oh, I love this color. It's a really nice blue. And of course, you know, the joysticks are nice. And then I like the little PlayStation logo. I always liked the Xbox 360 Xbox logo. I thought that was really cool. But I like this PlayStation logo here too. It's got a mic as well. So I guess bonus points for having a mic. Although my computer gets mixed up with this mic all the time. Now another controller I have is this Nintendo Switch controller. It's the Splatoon 2 one. I got this when Splatoon 2 was dying. Yeah, I use this on Splatoon 3 mainly. But this is just whenever I wanted a Pro controller, and I got it because I thought the color scheme was nice, and it has a really nice pattern on it. This is it feels like it would break, but I've had it for 4 or 5 years now, and it doesn't have drift. The buttons feel good to press. The D-pad feels great. The triggers are good. These are my favorite triggers, by the way. They have like the same size as the DualShock. Oh, they're a little shorter and a little fatter. They have the same surface area, I guess. But they're a lot nicer to press because you just press down. And it feels really good. I played Super Smash Bros. With this a lot, so I'm really surprised it still had up, you know, going like, I don't know. You can definitely see like where I'm pressing though, for like BA and then short hop, full hop, you know, whatever. But this is probably the best controller I've played with. If it was like, they had this finish on it, this nice like, I don't even know what material this is. If it had that finish on it, I would like it a lot more than just like the plastic. But besides that, it feels really nice. And the grips on this is better, actually. If it had like just that exterior, it would be nicer. But these buttons are by far the best I've ever used. So I gotta give it to Nintendo. And sticking with the Switch, let me get my Joy-Cons. Here's just a pair of Joy-Cons. I honestly don't have anything bad to say about the Joy-Cons. They're really nice with motions. I think it's only this one is motions. I don't really ever use this for motions. Especially in Splatoon, you just kind of move this around and you just leave this dormant. But the buttons feel nice to press. This D-pad isn't really... I always like the actual D-pads where it's all connected, but this is fine, but just 4 buttons, I don't mind. And holding it like this, you get an NES controller, so it's really nice for the virtual console. So that's also a bonus. I like the plus and minus. I like plus and minus in Pokemon, so the plus and minus is really nice too. And then these shoulder buttons right here, these bumpers, awful. I fucking hate them. I hate them so much. But the triggers are fine too. I don't mind the triggers in the slightest. I don't know much to say about the Joy-Cons. They're serviceable. They're nice. They do what they do, and they do it well. So I can't get mad at them. But they're also nothing entirely special. At least not anymore. I'm sure when they came out, they were really cool. But I wasn't really a Nintendo fan when the Switch was coming out. So I didn't really give a fuck about the Joy-Cons. So, next is an Xbox Elite controller. I don't know what version this is. These are the buttons I use on it. I like these are customizable. I'll go ahead and get the case out as well, actually, just so I can show you all the different options. Now, I've used this so much to the point that this button's broken, and I'm listing the cap of this thing is supposed to have this on it, and I think this one's broken. But this controller is godly. I love this stuff so much. These rubber grips right here are so nice, and the adjustable triggers, like that's shortest and then that's longest, they're so nice. I just use it in the middle. And this just feels so nice to use. And I like that the buttons are all gray. I like the dark color scheme on this as well. But the main selling point is this case here with the switchable stuff. And you can see all like little dust because I've been using a controller in such a long time. But this used to be my primary joystick right here because I could flip easily between this and this. But it started spinning. So that also broke, which is super annoying. So I just switched to this one. But I like all the different options, and I like this D-pad more. You know, I can see them being interchangeable, but I like that one more. And I love that it's rechargeable as well. And then bonus is you can use this in here to change how firm your joysticks are going to be, which is super cool. I wouldn't even have thought of that to be like a customization option. So it's super cool they even just added that. And there's a spot for the back buttons as well inside of the case, which I don't know why you take them out. Doesn't really make sense, but you totally can. And you know, back buttons are always better than no back buttons. You can't complain about having back buttons. Just extra buttons, especially since those are programmable. The last controller I have up here is this Wii Remote. I have a Nintendo Wii U connected to my monitor, so obviously I have to have a Wii Remote. I have the Luigi Wii Remote, and all of the, since this has Wii Motion Plus built inside, I still have the extra module just because. Now, this is probably the best motion control device I've ever seen. I don't know why they don't just give you this for like a virtual reality headset. It doesn't make any sense. This feels amazing to hold, especially with this back button here. And then you can use it to like fucking as a bat, as a tennis racket, as a sword. Who knows, man? It has so much unlimited potential. And then you can add a joystick to it with 2 extra buttons, and it still feels natural to hold both of these in your hand. But this is so fucking bad. Having to hold it like this, I could not imagine playing Super Smash Bros. With it holding it like this. I don't even want to touch Brawl because of that. I only play Wii U on the Wii U. I would never touch Brawl having used this. That seems awful. Yeah, I'd probably have to hold it like this. And even then, that seems bad. I'd probably just go like this, if that's even an option, because I don't play Brawl. I heard it's a bad game, so I bought a GameCube for Melee instead. Oh shoot, wait, actually, I have one more. I have the Wii U Pro Controller. This one's awful. I have a controller over here, actually, so I'm gonna grab that. I say actually, but I've been having that. I knew this was over here. It is a GameCube controller. This one's dirty as hell because I bought it secondhand. But it's official. This button in the middle feels like ass to press, I'm going to be honest. I don't like it. These sticks are also kind of bad. I don't get why they added the little things. So, that just seems silly. And the C-stick, I don't know why they made it smaller. But this button layout is so awesome. Having A be surrounded by every other button, it just feels so natural, like, be playing and then this or this and this. Because you can just, like, we always will be on the A, which is amazing. Why the fuck is there one bumper? Why did they do that? Give my brother a friend. And these are, like, the best triggers in the universe. They have, like, 2 stages or something. Which is so cool. Because, like, you press like this and then, boom, click, 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 click. So you can hold it like, ooh, and then click it. And they feel so good. And this just feels good to hold. Like, you would think these would feel awful to hold. These little stupid fucking grips. But you could just wrap your fingers around. And it still feels good to hold. And it's got, like, an aesthetic going on with this that you don't get from controllers nowadays. Like, this is just controller. And this is a fucking GameCube controller. So it's cooler. I like this controller. It's not my favorite controller. My favorite controller is the Wiimote. But this is still just like a really good controller. Hold on. Let me go back to the Wiimote real quick. I have no issue holding it like this. This is fine. But with this all in it. I forgot to add. With this all in it, it feels awful because you have to hold this as well. But this is fine. I don't mind this. But, like, having to switch and pull it out of this sleeve over and over is just super annoying. And I know there's a sleeve for another, for, like, just the regular version. And I think if I look around here, I have a green one that's made specifically for the Luigi one. But I use this for mostly motion. And so I don't like, and I also don't like taking it out of this. So it's kind of just a skill issue for me, I guess. Actually, I'm gonna grab one more thing. It's a keyboard. I've never used this keyboard, so I'm not going to judge this keyboard specifically. But I'm just going to talk about, because this is the type of keyboard I use. I think it's called 120% because it has this thing, this number pad. This is the only keyboard that's like you could ever have. If you don't get 120% keyboard, you're just, I don't know why you buy a keyboard. If you don't have the function keys, why? Like, the number pad I could get just, like, going without, so 100% keyboard, I could understand. Because you already have the numbers. But this is, like, good to use when you're typing in numbers. I don't know how often some of you type in numbers, but getting, like, a 20% keyboard that has, like, 4 keys on it, what the fuck are you doing? I don't understand that shit. Hold on. This is the keyboard I use. So I just wanted to, like, show you what keyboard I use. So yeah, that's keyboards are technically controllers. Just, oh fuck. Keyboards are technically controllers and shit, so I feel like I should also mention a controller. Or a keyboard as a controller. And let me go ahead and get a mouse. Because I mentioned the nunchuck, so I might as well mention a mouse, right? Like, it doesn't make sense when you mention one without the other. So this is just the mouse that came with this keyboard. Mice are cool. They're really good for, like, tracking shit. So mice are cool. I don't mind them. They feel nice to grip. Unless you're one of them stupid mice. If you have a stupid mouse. Here's a Nintendo DS. This is older than me. This is great. This button layout is like, it's just an NES controller with a touch screen in the middle. So, it's, you know, it's tried and true. but it's got shoulder buttons. And then again, touch screen, so you know, you can just like touch, and then or just, you know, it's nice because you can buttons, and then if you want to, you can touch, which is cool. I think that's all the controllers I have. This is the setup I used, by the way. It's just some fucking band shit. I had just my phone just sitting on top of it, and I had a piece of cardboard over my desk.